Hello there, my name is Nate Jackson, the Eclipser. Welcome everyone to part 4 of our discussion of Eclipse series number 2, the documentaries of Malle. This time around, we're in the States, God's country. 1985, 89 minutes, color monaural, 1331 aspect ratio. So, I guess he was done with France. He was done with India. Coming over to the States now. So this particular documentary was started in 1979. He shot a lot of footage in this small town called Glencoe, which was in Minnesota, I think? Michigan? I can't remember actually. Oh yeah, Minnesota. Glencoe, Minnesota. And it's just one of those really small kind of towns. It's sort of a farming community. And they have they have events going on throughout the city. They shoot a women's softball, and he interviews a lot of farmers and neighbors and people like that. And yeah, so it's a very very different coming off of something like Phantom India or Calcutta, where there's a lot of turmoil and poverty. The people in God's country in Glencoe are just entirely different. Obviously it was almost 10 years after the fact, so there is that. But still, Malle just really seems to be really fascinated with America all of a sudden, And I enjoyed it. I thought, again, just like the other documentaries, I'm really liking what Malle did with the documentary, the way he films, the way he interviews, the way he seems to just have just an undying interest in his subject. So what happened was, I mentioned it was 1985. What happened was apparently the documentary was commissioned for PBS, and after he had finished filming, they weren't able to get the money in time, so it took them a long time to raise the money to edit the film and all that, or produce it. And so when they finally got the money, it was like 1985, and so Malle went back to the town and interviewed the people he met again and saw what they were like. And I guess their whole situation had changed because of, I guess, Reagan being in office, and they didn't really have the same joy and energy as they did when he interviewed them 6 years before. And the final interviewer, he interviews one of the, I forget who his name was, but one of the farmers who seemed to have sort of a positive look on America's future. He talked about he mentions the greed that was happening in America at the time. There are a lot of politicians who were very greedy, and he knows that there are good people out there who aren't, interested in that, and that, hopefully that'll end. And it just seemed like maybe he was wrong, just a smidgen, because obviously that's still going on today. In 2017's America, not God's America. Or God's country, not 2017's country, not God's country. Anyway, enough about today. Let's go back to 1985. I have nothing else to say. God's Country is yet another fantastic Louis Malle documentary where Malle takes a subject, explores it inside out, films what he wants, and is able to just keep your interest the entire time. I definitely, with this, I think it sealed the deal with Phantom India, my wanting to get this, but now more than ever, this is going in my collection. God's Country gets an A. A great documentary, and I just really enjoyed it. I thought it was fantastic. Yeah, that's all I have to say, so we'll leave it at that. God's Country, A, great stuff. Get this whole set. Get all of the documentaries of Louis Malle. You know, just do it. Anyway, so that's it for me. Thank you for watching, and we will see you tomorrow for the final film, the final documentary in the Series 2 set, and The Pursuit of Happiness, our final romp through America with Malle. And until then, goodbye.